Hello, everybody. An gravitational report today. Hot, cold, a lot of intense energies, a lot of intense peace. Each one it is. It is what it is. That's what Dio said. Trying to get you, put you in a good position, it's in a good mood because a lot is going on right now. There's a lot of things, a lot of purging, a lot of fights, a lot of control manipulations comes out on the surface that it's coming in. There's been a lot of fights. What the fights is about the moon and the sun, especially if you have anything in Aquarius, like a moon in Aquarius, for example. Now the moon is in Leo, is going to fight your intuition, and you're like, I don't need this. I'm not fighting with this intuition fighting. Mm. What intuition though? One of the ego and one of the soul. That's what the people say. Make up your own mind. What are you going to make it up? And you're probably feeling these energies, and you're about to ending the illusions. But what are the illusions are? Venus is right now currently feels like and tough positions in Pisces because there it is the end of the illusions, end of the self illusions, end of the understanding that you control things doesn't go with the truth. And why did the Venus is gonna need all this? Why did the Venus is in fights with Mars inside? For why is that all about? Because Venus and Jupiter is gonna come in together in areas, and they're not gonna worry about nobody else. That is the union time. It's coming. For all those they are in the relationships, or those maybe they can have reconciliations, making up their own minds or situations and so on and forth. Or some people is going to move within the new connections, new situations, and it's going to be like, I'm done with it. That is what this end of the cycle of Venus is. That is what this fight right now between Leo and Aquarius comes in. That is a positiveness for the fight. We need to look at it inside of you. If you remember it, there is in the top right now is Uranus, and here is the sun, and here is the moon. If you look at it within the twin flames or a soulmate, there is the one, there is the other, and the universe energies. So there's a lot of going on, right? You may feel a lot of 5Ds, you may feel a lot of energies and so on. But if you stay with the energies of the universe, there is none of this. It's going to affect you because the inner peace within the energies with the current situations, that is when the ego, mind, and soul are in the same page. And if you have the ego, mind, and the soul on the same page, what do? You have the soul, you have the mind, and you have the ego inside of you. They're all on the same page. They're in synchronizations, and out of these energies matter to you. But if you take in the things personally, Mars takes personally things against Venus. Venus gets personally against Mars. So here is the boxing gloves within the energies from within you. If you have inner fights within intuitions and the sun, guess what? There is the inner fights in there. If you're fighting with the universe, you're still having a fight. And now all this today is going to come into the surface to end the illusions so you can live in the truth. That's what this Venus transitions in Pisces is beautiful because she's going to go deep. Why? Because it is destiny. Venus has a sextile with the North Node and a sextile with Uranus. That's what it is. You don't understand how deep the love is. Okay, so without ado, I want to recognize the people comes in here. Matthew, thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate that you're here. Erica, thank you. Bobs, thank you for coming in. By the way, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and there is a new subscribers here. Thank you guys for coming in. Hopefully this reports is helping you to navigate the energies. Grande, thank you for coming in. Tiffany, thank you for hitting that like button. Reminder to the chat, I appreciate it. and alchemy. Nick, we just talked about this with Nick. Glad to see you here, buddy, and glad to see you present. So, if you guys have any questions afterwards with this, I will be gladly to talk about this. And later on at the main channel, I think I'm going to be talking about twin flames, setting up the inner peace. That's talking about the inner peace of soul, ego, and mind in the same page. So I think that today is going to be a very good day for this. I'm so pumped up, fired up, super excited. I want to say thank you to the universe. And let's go with the astro gravitational report. All right. Yeah, Dio doesn't have a good hairdo, but doesn't matter about the hairdo because it is about the astrology due time for. And yeah, what's going on? 7 o'clock in the morning. What is it? Well, we have the moon. It's right now. It is opposing the sun ascendant. It is at 14 degrees at Aquarius. Your focus will be what the heck with the new full moon. What's going on with this moon and Leo? What is that coming in? What is all that going to be? It is about the divine understanding, about love. You have to understand that the Leo, the people who are born with Leo, once they win over the ego, once they win over this dictatorships and so on, then they reach their destiny to be a kings. Before that, they're just a individual. That is their lessons from within. And right now, the moon it shows this. It is fighting for the authority, fighting with the situation and fighting with the universe. You can't fight with the universe. Some people get in at that, specifically kings, queens who have this mentality that they have all this. But the lesson is divine. Why? Because the moon has a divine aspect, 150 degrees with Venus that is in Pisces. Venus is fighting with Mars, but understanding by through the fight, there is nothing to be learned. Only to show situations that needs to be talk about it, work about it. Venus moved forward. So right now she's in a beautiful sextile with who? With Uranus. It is about like, hey, the universe says, look the love and fix your intuition. That's what some of you have to do it. If you've been approached with people, if you've been approached with situations during these periods of time, you need to understand they're pushing your button. You to find that intuitions from within. You to find that energies because the moon is sextile with who? With Mars. Courage, dignity, honesty, all this. If you haven't developed, you to develop it right now because Mars is sick of staying in Gemini. He's been there for months studying friendshipness within itself. Be a friend, not this aggravation situations and so on and so on. Not all this. And right now, he's trying with the sun and ascendant. He's like, I'm giving you the courage you to end up these situations from within. And all this, it's coming because of Venus and Jupiter's gonna come together about union time. So that is going to be a midheaven is at Aquarius. Midheaven is at Sagittarius. I'm sorry. It is going to be squaring Saturn of Aquarius there. And midheaven, it is opposing Mars. That's what it is. If you haven't put your ego in your back pocket, if you haven't made up your mind, then your mind is going all over the place. Okay. But if you transform, you got everything under control. Midheaven is a trine with Jupiter, and midheaven it is sextiling Pluto. Transformed. You're transformed now. All those energies. Oh, I see you. Hi, how are you? Oh, you need those energies. No, actually, you know what? I changed. I'm new me. I don't work with this, but I can gladly help you to overcome this. I can tell you how it goes because I changed. There he is. I put everything from within me. And some of you is gonna be like this. Some of you is gonna feel like the universe is protecting you because it's giving you the inner peace, no matter what. 8 o'clock, midheaven goes at 70 degrees of Sag. Expressions. Be mindful. There is gonna be a people who want to express all their burdens. They want to dump the garbage to you, their garbage, their situations, because people, they don't want to deal with it. They are used to it. To someone takes that energies out of it. And be mindful because there could be a communications that's not properly because you need to understand Sag is expression. That could be expressions through quotes, music, nasty grams. That could be messages of you should look at this and this because I think you should react like this and this. What is that? Is manipulation, control, gaslighting, guilty, try to guilt trip you or someone. And some other people are gonna get into this and you're gonna be like, what the heck? That is a square in the ascendant. You're like, oh no, I don't want to have this. That is also a squaring Neptune. You see these visions inside of it. Also, Venus is in that proximity, is in there. And the ascendant is also doubling the square with Mars. And you're going to be like boiling these masculine aggravations inside of you, pushing the buttons. You don't want those buttons. You don't need those buttons. The divine is sending people to push your buttons to see if you're strong enough and take into the divine energies. That's all that is. Because midheaven, it is a divine 150 degrees aspect with Uranus. That's what it is. Focus is where? Uranus. And is it? That's what it is. In the trine with Mercury, it's telling yourself, hey, follow the universe. Okay? Follow the universe, you know where you're going. You're following God. God's gonna take you where you're going. Everything else, don't worry about it. God get it. The universe get it, not you. Don't take things personally. So during the next hour, midheaven, it goes at the 1 degrees of Capricorn. There is a divine energies towards Lilith. It's squaring Neptune and the ascendant that is right now in Aries. So this is like there is going to be a new beginning, but that new beginning it has to come with a professional way towards the divine understanding about Lilith, Jezebel, whatever you want to call it, in there, because Lilith is trining the ascendant, is like seeing the situations through it, and you're going to be like, hell no, I don't want to. I don't want to be doing this. Because of what? Who taught you this? Saturn. Saturn is sextile with midheaven at 1 degrees, 31 minutes in Capricorn. What is a Capricorn? If you look at it, the Sabian symbols in Capricorn, they're talking about soul. They're not talking about anything else. They're talking about soul, soul union, divine energies inside of it. So I'm daring you to go ahead and look at it, the Sabian symbols in there. What did they talk about inside of this? During this time, all this is about soul work when it comes in. We have a Mercury and Pluto in Capricorn right now. So next hour, which is 10 o'clock in the morning, midheaven is at mid 15 degrees of Capricorn. There is a divine energies with the moon. The intuition is leading you to that soul work, that inner work, that soul messages. Midheaven is a trine with Uranus. Midheaven is in sextile with Venus, and also there is going to be a little bit of aspect later on, probably like within 15, 20 minutes after that, with Neptune, the visions. The visions, they're going to be coming in towards you. The ascendant is 28 degrees of Aries. It is going to be squaring Pluto and Mercury. You kind of like have this stubbornness, like, I don't want to change. I don't want to grow. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Saturn has sextile with this, and then it says like learn and grow. You're born, you're 1 year old, You're 13-year-old, you're probably 24-year-old, wherever old you are, since you're in Aries. Aries is primary fire of growth. And I'm teaching you here, you to learn to grow. You learn it, you grow. That's what is from within you. Saturn is where? In Aquarius. You're learning the Aquarius energies of life inside of you. Some of you is going to be reminding about this. 11 o'clock, midheaven is together with Pluto. The energy calms down a little bit. There is a more beauty from within the soul. There is a beautiful sextiles with Neptune there between Pluto, midheaven, and a Mercury. If you look at it, Mercury right now, it is trining the ascendant. That is a 20 degrees of Taurus together with Uranus, who is also there. Are you getting these divine messages inside of it? The rest of it, yes, there is a fight, there is a situations, there is a things that it needs to be. But you see it that this is for lessons. Try to reach out to the teacher from within you. Is you. If you're seeking for the best teacher, is you. You might gain informations, you may read books, you may watching videos, but you teaching yourself. But the best teacher does what? Applying it in life. And right now, if you look at it for the teacher, it may be a conflict of the things that you knew from before. Maybe that wasn't the right things. Maybe you learn it from someone who gives you this information so they can take something from you. So this is going to be one of the triggers for the ending this illusions inside of you, because you're looking at actions, manifestations into the real world. Why you're reading all this? Why you doing it all this? Why you working all these energies work? Why you doing everything? What is the purpose? So now you are getting it from within yourself, and you're putting that authority. Midheaven, it's midday at noon. That is a when a midheaven and the sun coming together. But that is a opposing who? The moon. The moon and Leo. But midheaven, it's trinic Mars, and Mars sextile the moon. Courage, dignity, honesty. That's what this lesson is. You can't tell the people, yeah, I'm going to lower your taxes, but then I'm going to increase the prices. Do you really help the people? No. I'm just giving you an example of what that situations is. While on the other side, authorities looking is like, yeah, you lower the taxes but increase the prices, so the people still have no money. What is this BS? It can't be a two-faces personality, and that's what this is. That is the fight of the two faces. From what? From the love inside of it. That's what Venus and Pisces is there, to see the other side, the end of it, the end of taking off the face mask, taking off everything, taking off the shadow, taking off everything, and be the truth. Because the truth is going to walk into Aries. That is when Venus enter Aries. You're going to find out that Venus is not going to have quite a few times. She's not going to have aspects. Why? Because love is not meant to be controlled. You can't control love. You can't control other people how to love you, what to tell you. You give love. And if the people give you love because they love you, you can't control, manipulate, and pretend. That's what this is purge right now. That is this fight right now between the intuitions and authority to understand the lessons of love that the universe giving to us and take a new road. 1 o'clock, the energies are getting a little bit more kind of like intense. The ascendant goes into the Gemini and puts divine communications with Mercury there. There is beautiful trines with the Sun and Saturn, but midheaven, it is opposing still the Moon there. During those intense energies, that square with Uranus is going to be coming in more and more and more. You feel like something's boiling, something's heating up, but you keep in your cool. You keep in your inner peace. You maintain these situations because Mars is sextile with the moon. You use that positive energy to calm down your intuitions. You take the courage from within you and you calm down the authority. That's mean you win the fight over the authority and intuitions from within you by using the friendships from within yourself. You got that courage, you got the balls to do it, because if you're not, you are fighting it from within. You have that inner fight within yourself. Or if there is a people who have a fight, come to you with their fights. So don't engage it. They're only testing you. Are you gonna be? If somebody comes in with fights, you know what to do. If you're spiritual from within yourself, the best spirituality people, they do a one thing. They're telling you, look in you. And that's what I'm asking you right now. Look inside of you. Okay? Tell these people who have a fight, it's like, hey, look inside of you. You have a fight within yourself, not within me. So at 2 o'clock p.m., midheaven is going to Pisces. That is a looking at the ending of things. Some of you maybe feel like ending situation is going to help. Ending of all this crap. No, 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 no. But intuition tells you there is no endings. There is only ending of things that doesn't serve a purpose. That's what is. There isn't. There is a divine energies between the moon and midheaven. And there, midheaven is between Venus and Neptune in Pisces. Now, these divine energies later on, they're going to be very increasing slowly. If you remember during the Leo season, we have a divine energies between Neptune and Pluto. You're going to have them now again tomorrow. You're going to feel these energies overnight. Divine messages is going to come in. That is a one of the king understand. I have to put my ego, I have to put this, I have to put that in the name of the people. Because I'm here for the people, not the people are there for me. Divine lessons in there? A lot. The ascendant is in Cancer, talking about this, is a protecting family. Until the king or the queen doesn't understand that the family is the whole kingdom from within, has got to be heavy lessons in there. And that's what the universe is there. Every time when there was a king or queen that didn't care for its citizens, then the kingdom, the empire falls. One of the biggest empires falls for that reason. That is the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire fall from within because she did not care for its own citizens. Read the book Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire in there. And now, since we have this fight between Leo and Aquarius and the universe, those of lessons that are going to be learned from within you, something maybe is going to be trigger you to end all this because Venus is ending that. Okay, Venus is looking at to her relationship with the universe from within, and if you feel so much connected with the universe energies, that's what probably is from within yourself. So at 3 o'clock, midheaven is at 2 degrees of Aries, and it's going to tell you that it's going to be a new beginnings. Relax. This is not going to be all the time. This fight, it's not going to be. It's not end of the world. It is not an end. But some of you is going to feel like, oh, it's end of my kingdom. It's end of everything. I have to end this by destroy this, which is the sun. So be careful with your authority. If you kind of like want to end your relationship, you want to broke relationships, you're going to end this and so on and so on and so on. All right, that's the rebellion from within you. All right, it is about to take the courage to evolve. Whoever is going to come with you, they're going to come with you. Whoever is not going to come with you, they're not worth it to be with you. Okay, if you are not ready for the age of Aquarius, it's not going to be entering age of Aquarius. You're not ready. If you're not ready, you can't go to fight. You can't go do the things. You can't do your destiny. You can't do your purpose. Can't fulfill things because guess what? You're premature. You're immature. You haven't matured enough for those engagements. But if you have the courage, if you built everything from within you, you're not engaging with those lower energies because those lower energies of ending things because of your ego and your personal triggers inside of you. If you haven't learned how to handle with the triggers, then you're not mature enough yet. So this is gonna be very, very good. But looking at the 10 of them positions, you're getting at the new beginnings. Where are they coming from? Midheaven, it is a beautiful, beautiful trines with Lilith. It's beautiful sextile with Mars, Mars sextile with the Moon. It is a beautiful sextile with Pluto and Mercury. That's what that's mean. What are you telling from within your new beginning when you arrive there? What are you working on it for a new self, for a new upgraded version of yourself? But that new version of yourself have to end up what? The fights with Mars, the illusions within these fights. You're there to evolve in you. So at 4 o'clock, the ascendant goes in Leo. The intense energy is rising up towards Mercury and Pluto. You're going to see that needs the push and the pressure from the energies you to transform you to inside of it. Some of you do not want to transform. This is like the 5-year-old says, like, no, it's going to be my way. We got to go home. No, I want ice cream. We got to go home. You can't have ice cream right now. No, I want an ice cream. And you're like, no, you're not getting ice cream. I'm sorry. You have to learn to understand the word no. You have to learn to accept yes and no at the same time. Because sometimes things can work, sometimes it's not. And that's how life goes. And learn to be a good from within you. You want to grow up? Learn to understand both. And go on with that. How are you going to understand this, though? Ascendant is a trine with who? Jupiter and Aries. That says, I'm grown up. And you tell that kid, please, acting as a grown up. You want to grown up? You want to be a big man? You got to learn how to be wise. Okay? Teach your kids to be wise from the beginning. And now that energy with Jupiter, it is beautiful sextile with Mars, using that courage to do this from within. Mars is very helpful because during of when he was retrograde, that's what he did, that inner work. A lot of the people ask me, Dio, why are you talking about the feminine that's been punching so much? Well, if you look at it, when a Mars was in Gemini for so long, what do you think the masculine did? Learned. Remember, we talk about the astrogravitational report. That was a when a Mars was the divine energies with Saturn when it was retrograde. What did he did? He learned the path of the warrior from within in spirit. Now he's practicing it. Mars is sick of it, of all this programming, illusions, and so on and so on. Now Mars can sense when you tell him certain things to control him. He's like, listen, I'm not here to control me. I'm here to cooperate with you and not to be controlled. You try to control me, have a great day. I'm not here to play games. And a lot of you feel these energies of Mars. Mars, it says, I'm a friend with me. Don't make me an enemy by trying to control me. It's not going to work. I improve, I rebuild myself. And that energies right now is going to be coming in very, very strong because he takes the authority. He takes the authority from within. Now, Mars is controlling his own intuition and his own authority from within. That's what they call divine masculine energies. So midheaven is at 4 degrees at Taurus, begins to triggers. Then in a material world, it squares the transformations because a lot of the people think that the transformations is evolved with having a bigger house, having a bigger car, having more money, and so on and so on from within. midheaven actually it's squaring the ascendant. There is a together with the moon. Now the focus is in the intuition. What did the intuition learn? The intuition is pushing like its own agenda, its own situations. Come on, look from within you. What is your own agenda, did? You're pushing for something to happen because you wanted it. It has to happen naturally. And that is going to be the lessons between Aquarius and Leo. Is very beautiful. If you learn that lesson's not going to be affecting you. You're going to be going out the street. Why? Why? Because there is a divine energies between Venus and the moon. Mars, it is there. That says like, I learned this. I don't need this. I already went through it. That happened when? When there was the full moon in Aquarius, when we have the Leo season. Go back into to the astrologies and you see it there. You will understand what I'm saying. So in the next hour, which is 6 o'clock, midheaven is together with Uranus. The universe steps in within you and talking to you. Do you have these fights? Why do you make these fights? Why do you create these fights? What happened in those fights? Are you gonna settle with these fights? And if you continue fighting, you're gonna trigger one of your dark nights of the soul in there. Why? Because you have no peace. When the soul, the mind, and the ego, they're on the same page, what are you fighting there in you? Nothing. Mars is not going to fight. Venus is not going to fight. Authority is not going to fight. Intuition is not going to fight because they are what? In the same authority. What is the authority right now? The authority right now is Uranus in Taurus. The universe is on Earth. North Node, the destiny is on Earth in Taurus. Wake up. That's a huge awakening process with this. And the universe tells you, use your courage, be a friend, and so on. Hi, CC, engaging in evolving green lines, divine strong energies coming fast. Yes, the divine energy is coming. Even a Capaccio said, like, this is going to be the ending of the 2000 years matriarchat control over the masculine energies. Uh, he was right. And I know he's right. I'm referring to another astrologer here and there, but yeah, he knows what he's talking about. He's doing the astrology for the soul weekly reports. And there, I'm just watching him to make sure we're kind of like in the same boat and a page there, but referring here because that's what his interpretation says. And that's what right now, some of you experiencing these energies from within. And that's what midheaven at 6 o'clock is going to tell you. The universe is always, always in the control. You want to have a good material life right now? I'm here, but just listen to me. And that's what it's going to be calling for. So at 7 o'clock, midheaven, it goes at 4 degrees of Gemini. That is going to be a beautiful trine there with Mercury. The tells of the situations. Ascendant goes into Virgo. You're healing the unhealing portions from within you. Beautiful trines with the North Node in Uranus. You're learning that. And there is a divine energies with Jupiter. You divinely outgrow these energies. You outgrow these fights within. Now you're in peace. You're not having fights anymore. Now you understand. Midheaven is going to be very close in the next 30 minutes with Mars. You getting these energies inside. The moon moves forward. Now the intuition is pissed. What intuition though? The ego is going to be tested. So tonight is going to be a huge test for it because your visions, your push, your control lead to one thing. destructions. You will see people who have been given everything, but they led to the destructions. They will understand these destructions from within. They will see it. But people who haven't built and so on and so on, they took the courage to develop them themselves. All this is going to begin to show up its growth from within. So you heal that damage from within you, heal that destructions from within you, and you grow with. That is going to be a midheaven Mars and Jupiter sextile there. And you see that transformations between Pluto and Mars now begins to be pretty much an effective during this time, taking that courage. So 8 o'clock midheaven is at 18 degrees of Gemini. There's going to be sextile the moon. And now the moon, after being all this angry and so on, Mercury gives her the message from the universe. Uranus is trining Mercury, and Mercury is in divine energies with the moon. The soul is going to talk to you after the ego and the mind. They don't have peace from within. And the soul is going to take over. For some of you, that's going to be a highly intense energies. Highly. But the sun and the midheaven, they are trying with um, uh, the sun and midheaven and trines, so is the sun and Mars. Masculine energies within. So now midheaven, it is the one that tells the intuitions, hey, here, working together, not fight. When you unite the intuitions with the authority within you, you don't have a fight. No, you don't. No, you're not. And that's a lot of people who done this work during the Leo season. They understand this beautiful, beautiful energies inside. Ascendant is at 19 degrees of Virgo. Healing what? The authority. The damage over the authority from when you gave up your authority towards other people and other people took the advantage of having authority over you. You give them the advantage of the authority so you can cooperate. But now that cooperation is not having a good fruit. You have damage. Now you're healing yourself because the ascendant is in Virgo. You're going to experiencing this beautiful energy in about 2 days when the moon goes in. So stay tuned. In 2 days we're going to talk about more about this healing of the authority, because you can't move forward if you have not healed. You're going to repeat the same situations and you carry the pain over within you. And you're going to hurt people who came to help you if you're not healed. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that energy there of Virgo is actually going to tell you, you see those fights right now? Don't worry about it. Look forward. They're going to be healed. They're going to be doing okay. Now just go through the storm. Be at peace inside of you. At 9 o'clock, midheaven it goes at 1 degrees of Cancer. It reminds you that everything that you've done, everything that you look, it is about to learn what you need to do in family, what you need to do in your kingdom. You have to learn to care for all your own citizens, your own empire, your own situations. Some of you is going to be looking inside of you to maintain this balance. But if there is no balance, what's going on? Ascendant is at 1 degrees of Libra. Remind you about this balance. If you don't have the balance, you need to transform. The ascendant at 1 degrees is a trine with the 28 degrees 50 minutes Pluto in Capricorn. If you pay attention to that astrology, there is a very precious moment. One of those precious moments when there is a trines between cardinal signs. Usually they are across of each other, but the trines happens when something is at the end of the one cardinal sign and the beginning of the other. Those are very precious moments of cardinal changes. You may look at it at 9 o'clock yourself and decide that in order to have this peace from within you, You definitely have to have some kind of cardinal change from within yourself. And this is going to be good time because all that is to put the right authority within the family. That's why midheaven is a trine with the sun. But if you don't have that, if you don't have that, the ascendant, it is a oppositions with Neptune. You don't see these visions. You don't grow with this because ascendant it's opposing Jupiter. Jupiter is squaring midheaven, and you don't see it from within you. You're fighting soul, ego, mind, and guess what? Is winning something? No. Plus, with all the rest of the fights that goes on within the skies, you're like a nuts. You don't have to be nuts. You just have to be in inner peace, guys. Following your own energies inside of you. Okay? Don't want to touch the collective energies. All right? And something does not cooperate here. There you go, 11 o'clock. Midheaven is the 0 degrees of Leo. That is the energy that it is opposing Mercury and Pluto. Ascendant is in 25 degrees of Libra. And here is the one thing I was talking about these divine energies there. There is going to be an yard between Leo and Libra. That is going to be between the moon and the ascendant towards Neptune. Divine visions at the end of the cycle. That is the king who make the wisdom and balance. So there is no war within the kingdom. Happy citizens, happy life, happy kingdom, happy king. That's what we're talking about. But midheaven is at 0 degrees of Leo. It is opposing all this. So if you look at inside of you, you still have these energies of like, yeah, I'm the king right now. I'm going to get all these goods. I'm going to put more taxes in there to the people. I'm going to send the warriors to with the tax collector so he can get all the gold so I can be rich and famous. Rich and famous is sometimes doesn't do the trick. And some people are going to learn that because of midheaven. It is squaring the North Node, squaring the destiny. That is a self-destructions within that self-sabotaging energies. But the moon, it is a divine energies with Mercury. The moon, it is a sextile with the ascendant. That is a 25 degrees, and they both have a yard, divine energy towards Neptune. And guess what? Neptune gives you the visions about everything. Neptune is a trine with Lilith, trines with the midheaven. Neptune, it is sextile with Pluto and Mercury. The way you talk to yourself, the way you get in it, inside of you, and the communications. The second yard, though, it is made between Neptune, the moon, and Mercury. So if you're following the directions of the divine energies, they're beginning from Libra, they're beginning from the ascendant towards Neptune. It gives you the visions. The visions getting all the informations through all the rest of the aspects. They're going into your intuition, which is the moon and Leo. And the moon and Leo goes back into what? To Mercury, to the important communications of wisdom, whether the king, the queen, they telling themselves what they're wrong, what they did wrong, and what they need to do and fix this from within. And Mercury, it is trine with Uranus. That is a ending the fight between Uranus and the moon. That's what this beautiful cycle of wisdom it's coming. Ascendant that is in Libra, it is a trine with the sun and Saturn. And all these intense energies, if you do the things right, if you get the wisdom from within, it is going to be ending all this energy. For those, though, who have not at midnight, that energy is not going to give you peace. You're going to be internal war from within yourself, your own agenda, your own situations. We have a midheaven. It's going to be between Lilith and the moon on the other side of Leo. That's going to put pressure of the ascendant. That is in Scorpio right now. It's going to be a square towards Lilith, there's going to be a opposition towards Uranus and the North Node. If you have not learned it, the Leo season, the Scorpio season, the Aquarius seasons right now, what you have learned? Pretty much nothing. But there's going to be a divine reminders, a lot of divine reminders from within. There is a divine energies between midheaven and Venus. There is a divine energies of Neptune and Mercury towards the moon. You're learning these lessons because overnight you're going to be learning those messages that you need to be wise from within. And midheaven is sextile with Mars, the courage of change, the situations of change. Both midheaven and the moon right now, they are gonna beginning to have this beautiful energy towards Jupiter for a growth. And ascendant that is in Scorpio right now is divine energies with Jupiter, divine growth from within, maturity, honesty. With what? With your soul. And that's how you become king and queen. And the ascendant that is at Scorpio is a trining Venus that works together with the universe. Everything is in the shadow, doing your shadow work. You have not done your shadow work, nobody can help you because it's your own shadow. And that's what it is. It's going to end of the illusions, end of the face masks, end of all this. You going through your own real self to become the best version of you. So that's what was the astrogravitational report. I want to say thank you for all of you. Hopefully, this report helps you in your life. Hopefully, this navigations within the energies is going to be helping you. You kind of put some smile on your face, even in the hard times, because they're not really hard. They're actually, it came here to teach you to learn and the situations from within. So now if you have some questions, I'm ready to answer it. And yeah, that's what it's gonna shifting here. And I want to say hi to Scramble. Hi. Thank you for coming in. Glad to see some new people on the chat. I appreciate that. And thank you for the heart for it. Quinn, thank you for coming in. Hi, Josh. Thank you for reporting in. And today we're going to talk about all this. The balance between the ego, the mind, and the soul brings that internal peace from within you with what is going on. So you're going to be able to evolve from within yourself. Okay, we're going to talk about it. And these beautiful energies right now, even they are intense, you have to look at it that the intense energies are bringing up the issues of what is wrong. If you have intense energies within your relationships, they show you where the problem is, how you're going to react to the problem. Cover up the problem is going to come up over and over and over and over and over again. It can don't really deal the truth with the problem. You try to hide problem, the more you hide it, you put more energy of hiding it. Well, that problem actually feeds with that energy, comes up in the surface. It is what it is. You can't hide things. He sees everything. Think the universe doesn't know everything? It knows. Where are you living? You're living in the universe. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good with all this. But that is it. This process, that deep love that Venus has got, is to end up these fears, these situations inside of it. If you, some of you are gonna need some energy checkup, let me know. If not, let's go and share the love and the light here. I love you all. I wish you all good within today's day. And be peace, be love. The inner peace is the most important thing. That is a gold. That is the alchemy of this energy. You're looking for a gold. That is the inner peace, guys. Love you all. All right. Be love.